Let's review the land of the Jawas. Well, first, R2-D2 and C-3PO come in their escape pod and crash. They crash right into the middle of the desert. Now the escape pod, it's very nicely detailed. It's got a couple of stickers on the outside. Then we can open it up. Nothing on the inside except C-3PO and R2-D2. So we can pull them out. Just set them aside for a second there. There's 2-foot pegs down in there. Pretty spacious, actually. Then there's a little window there. And some more windows up top. But it's a nice little detail. And it just sits there. But we'll move it out of the way for the purpose of this review. So, of course, C-3PO and R2-D2. They'll have a little argument. And then, well, R2-D2... C-3PO will go his own little way. And R2-D2 is going to be rolling along. He's rolling, and he decides to take a little break. Then a Jawa that's been hiding in the Jawa cave back there just kind of runs up there. R2-D2, he's powered off. And well, this Jawa gonna come around, well, he turned off the safety on his gun, so he'll come around. And well, R2-D2 has been deactivated, so he's powered off for a little bit. And well, the Jawa yells Houdini, and he takes R2 back over to the sand crawler. The Jawa goes up his entrance. Puts R2-D2 on this little elevator. So R2-D2's on the elevator. Then I'll have to reach around back for this feature. So what you do, R2-D2, there he goes. And then you can, if you look up in this window, you can see him up there. But what I'll do is I'll grab the cardboard piece, kind of slide this back so that we can take a look inside of the sand crawler. There's 4-foot pegs in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can take R2-D2 off and just kind of throw him in there. Now, what you can actually do is let's put R5 in there. And we'll throw a power droid in over on that side. And, well, why don't we just throw 3PO in there while we're at it. So you can make a nice little scene in there. Although I really wouldn't want to play around in there because it's kind of crammed and you can risk damaging the cardboard. So we'll carefully take them all out. But it's just a nice little added touch, even if it is a fragile piece of cardboard. So we'll slide the sandcrawler back around. And the sandcrawler is very nicely detailed. And I'll slide the elevator back down. So it's just a beautifully detailed piece. I mean, take a look at this. You got the treads, the little cockpit, the body section. It's nicely detailed. And then you can line all of your droids up because the sandcrawler has stopped. And well, the droids have got to be sold. The Jawas got to buy some gasoline for their sandcrawler. And then the Jawas out there. And we got Luke Skywalker. He's droid shopping. Now this is the only Luke I have. Of course, it's not correct to the scene, but the Jawa's showing Luke around. He picks R2 and 3PO, of course. So we'll get these droids out of the way. The sandcrawler moves on. And then R2, of course, he runs off. And 3PO just stays there with Luke. Runs off, goes, hides in a cave. Then the Tusken Raider, he'll come along. And then, you know, Luke and 3PO show up in the speeder. They rescue R2-D2. Obi-Wan scares off the Sand People. I do not have an Obi-Wan to recreate that scene. But that's really it. That's the land of the Jawas for you, so we'll kind of set them back up here so that you can get the gist of it. But, yeah, the land of the Jawas, it comes with an escape pod, so we'll throw that back into scene. And it does not come with any figures, but it's a nice toy, a nice thing to look at. It's a beautiful piece. I love looking at this toy. And that's really it. So if you haven't already and you want to see more amazing Star Wars content like this, please do remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and we will talk again soon.